Now, Pakistan has remained silent on calls by the US President Donald Trump for more Muslim-majority nations to join the Abraham Accords. But in the latest, the country's Defense Minister Khwaja Asif has expressed his reservations. He cited Islamabad's long-standing refusal to recognize the State of Israel, while saying that it is his personal opinion. On Monday, Trump in fact shared a long post on Truth Social. In one part of his statement, Trump said that once the war with Iran concludes, he wants more nations to recognize Israel and to formally join the Abraham Accords. Now, this follows a telephonic exchange between Trump and the top leadership from Saudi Arabia, the United Arab Emirates, Qatar, Pakistan, Turkey, Egypt, Jordan and Bahrain. The call took place on Saturday, and the list of the countries that he's named included Pakistan, which is one of the several nations that is brokering talks between Washington and Tehran. Now, it was only in January this year that Pakistan had once again ruled out joining the Abraham Accords. The country's Foreign Office had then said that its participation in the Trump-led Gaza Peace Board is separate from normalization with Israel, which the country has rejected. Now, Pakistan does not recognize Israel as a sovereign entity, because of which the two nations do not, of course, have any diplomatic ties either. Islamabad has repeatedly maintained its stance that it will not normalize ties without a two-state solution vis-à-vis Palestine. Saudi Arabia has also cited its stance in the Palestinian sovereignty question as a major hitch to normalization, and Pakistan has also echoed the same stance. Now, that sentiment, of course, reflects on the ground, and amongst the local population of Pakistan, thousands of Pakistanis came out in the streets on several occasions in support of the Palestinians and in support of Gaza, when Israelis were bombarding the Palestinians. Now, the pro-Palestinian rallies have taken place across the country, from Islamabad to Karachi to Lahore, and more recently, even Shia Muslims of the country have stepped out to demonstrate against the US and Israeli bombings on Iran, where they assassinated the late Supreme Leader Ayatollah Ali Khamenei as they started this war. Now, Pakistan also has a sizable Shia population, making it one of the top three nations with about 10 to 15% Shia Muslims who reside in the country. The latest remark by Donald Trump now has put the spotlight back on the Pakistani leadership and the country's historical stance on the question of Israel. The US president, in his lengthy post, has also said that there will be one or two countries who will, quote-unquote, have a reason not to sign the Abraham Accords, and that will be acceptable. But the question now is, will Pakistan be that exception to Trump's diktat? And if not, can General Asim Munir and Shahbaz Sharif maintain Pakistan's stance to reject normalization with the State of Israel? And earlier we spoke with Chris Doyle, who is the director and the lead spokesperson of Council for Arab-British Understanding. Listening to what he had to say.
I think actually this is in part because the reported elements of the deal that apparently is so much closer to being agreed between the US and Iran is actually very weak. It actually will open up a lot of avenues for criticism of President Trump, that essentially the whole war against Iran has achieved very little, and that he's going to end it with signing up to an agreement that was actually available to him prior to the war, probably even a better one at that stage. So the way that he can try then to sell this to this critical audience, and in particular to Israel, is that if we can also have some add-ons, which would be certain countries joining the Abraham Accords, recognizing Israel and opening up those normal relations. And it is so typical of President Trump, and this is so transactional, that he sees resolving these conflicts as business deals, that this is what you get, this is what the other party gets, do this and this will happen.
For all the latest news, download the WION app and subscribe to our YouTube channel.